The John Morant stuff, that's kind of my take on it, is really just making sure that you are ready to get what you want. So, if your goal is to be in an NBA, your goal is to, have a certain goal, then you got to make sure that your behaviors are lining up to that, right? Because a lot of kids want to make it to the NBA, and it's like, man, your grades aren't even good.
Right.
You won't even be able to be on the team. So you need to fix your character and stuff right there before you can even accomplish that goal. And in cases as far as John Morant, it's like, dude, you're in a superstar level status, but you're doing things that high schoolers need to be fixed up in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like you don't want to be in a position where you're building up and then you get everything and then you tear it down with the other. So it's like it's always making sure that you're always doing the inner work as you're building up to it. Like you want to be
Right.
already the person that can keep it rather than getting there and then losing it all. So
And then your circle too, because I know just me and you, like how much we talk and the what we happened, because a lot of it they said he was with his friends, he was with his entourage, he was with people all the time, and maybe it wasn't him, but it was those around him. So even as you level up, and now he's in the NBA, maybe he's still hanging around with those same people where that character was being developed in a certain way. And maybe he's there and they're just like, oh, he's in the NBA now. Let's do this. Let's do that. Right. So like a lot of the quotes are like who you hang around with is who you become, and that's who a lot of people keep bringing them down. So even just me and you, we talk about certain things, right? And we both know we had to stop talking to a lot of people that we grew up with in high school because they're not doing what we want to do. And as much as I love them, they're very fun. It's really cool. It's like, hey man, I want to do this now. I want to help people, but I can't be this person anymore because my character has to change. And for some people, maybe like John Morant, like maybe it's hard. He's like, man, I grew up with y'all, but now I made it. Now let's party. Let's go do this, right? But like they're saying, if there's been people that have been suspended before from the NBA just for like, I remember one took a gun to a locker a long time ago, and he just indefinitely got suspended. And because then,
yeah.
okay, we have more people, so it's just apart from your character, it's also your friends. It's really hard. Like we've said, we love some of these people, but we had to be like, hey man, I can't talk to you anymore because you're still where I used to be, and I don't want to be there anymore. I think
1,000%.
friends
That inner
are
circle
really
is
good.
crucial. I wish I had something to draw with, but it's like the way I kind of did it was you have an inner circle of friends and people that are like closest to you, meaning these are the people they text. You're like right on answer. They call, you always answer. Like these are your inner circle people, right? And then you have like an outer circle, like another ring of a outside, and those people don't have immediate access to you. You might see them every now and then. It's like it's kind of like you're saying, there's no resentment or anything to people, but
Yeah,
just you got to start categorizing what circle these people are in, and then outside of these circles, every layer that you get, it's like less and less access, and then less and less things that are around you. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of pick and choose the people that has the same values as you. And then
right.
what I realized is I didn't have my own like family values that we
Mm,
had and we lived by. And it's like you can't it's hard for you to judge, and not even judge, but it's hard for you to select your inner circles and your circles of influence until you have your own values, because then you're just letting
right.
it everywhere and there's nothing that you're grading or judging people on. So it's like that was what really helped me out with being able, like, okay, these are the people that are in the inner, boom, they super align. Then we got an outer, right? I'll see them every now and then, that kind of thing passing by. And you have an outer besides that, and that's just like rare kind of occasions, that kind of thing. So your circle of influence is super important, definitely.
Yeah, so if somebody listening or watching to this, that'd be a good exercise to do right now is maybe you're going to go to college, maybe you're going to go to high school, maybe you're going to get a new job. So take that time and write down and be like, all right, let me look at my circle really quick. And, like you said, there's nothing bad against anybody. But sometimes we're hanging on to people because we're scared of being alone, right? Fear of success, maybe fear of failure. But if we have those people still coming back and bringing you back to be like, hey man, remember in high school or remember this? You
Mhm.
replay it, you'll never grow. And I think that's worse.
And sometimes you need to pay to get into new circles.
Yeah. You know how much you paid? I paid $5,000 last year to get mentorship and just learning. I calculated the year before I spent about 8,000 just going out, hanging out, clubbing, right? And then
Oh, wow.
it seemed expensive to me. And I was like, dang,
Yeah.
I realized it. And I'm like, why am I not paying to get mentored instead? And now that's how I've met a lot of people, as I mentioned, is and nobody around me understands me besides maybe you and other people. So I started to reach out and it was uncomfortable and it was horrible. But now I'm like, dang.
Yeah. And get around the right people, that aligns with what you're trying to do, that either people that are already doing it or people that are on the path or on the way. Cause it's like you got to get away from the people that are stagnant, that
Yeah.
aren't in motion. So I like to say it's like we gotta align with people that are in motion and moving
Mhm.
towards something, because those people, time is limited. The only difference between you achieving everything that you want is the time to get to it. And you need to align with people that are in motion and on that timeline to get to where they want to get to, because it's like once you're in motion, your time is limited. You already know. It's like
Yeah.
I can't do all the extra stuff all the time. It's like I have to be very calculated, so that's super important. Didn't even mean to go there, but so share this, like this, subscribe. We will be back. We're doing this every week, so twice a month. We'll be doing this for sure. This is our first episode, so if you're seeing this is number one, and then we'll keep it going. Oh yeah, love it. We're getting bigger.